for Underlord.
To say to you from what Secret want to do, is it very much another game where they say, well, Nigma's going to try and push at us at 25 minutes in, we're going to do our best to make sure that they slip up and get this slot to this point where he has this PKB, feels pretty indestructible and is able to just carry it to the late game.
They wanted to have a hero who can scale into late game if it comes to that, but also a lane where Slark can beat this Underlord. This beefy hero needs some kind of a counter. I was thinking whether they're going to go for Ursa or Slark. They decided to go for Slark, and they just need to have the lane matchup. They need to be the ones having a better matchup for themselves. Also, it's going to come to that, who takes the first throws. You see Flardar, you see Lifestealer. I think it's a great Deso game for him. Like this minus armor combined from the
this series, but that was in a game where he was significantly behind and felt that he was forced to go for sort of that farming item to catch things up. So if all things go to plan, I absolutely would agree with you. There is going to be the chance that Miracle sticks to that armlet Deso that he's been, just so successful with this tournament.
Yeah, one thing they can do is run a tri-lane for Team Secret, put the Darkseer on the top lane, and he just creep skips. Lifestealer will get the free farm, but so will Darkseer. Like, Chen will be the one harassing you, getting a creep, but I don't think that's enough. YapzOr gets the rune. 1, 2, 3 for Nigma.
Yeah, Nigma taking the advantage on the bounty rune pickups. May lose a hero, though. YapzOr, Matu, and Puppey, they'll look towards Kuro. Kuro trying his best to run away. YapzOr, I believe, still with the spell ready to pop. There it is. Tossed back into first blood for Matu.
Easy agi. And this combo, if they decide to run a tri-lane, you just go backstab, find a toss, and you see Mind Control already preparing to cut the waves.
Oh yeah, he knows, right? He cannot really play that lane against the Slark. So over he goes. We'll be able to clear up the first creep wave before anyone gets here, or at least the range creep. Both supports are coming across to try and bully Mind Control away from just having this free wave to start the lane off. YapzOr and Puppey, they'll do their best to mess with him. We'll see how much damage they can do, as they're going to slowly chase him down. Mind Control obviously not able to go for any sort of TP attempt out. Yeah, there's no escape for him. As he has got another Firestorm, he's going to get the second wave in. Will he get it out before he goes? We got a little bit of damage to the wave.
They're going to deny those creeps.
Yeah, maybe a
Firestorm.
He didn't want to pop. Creeps will be taken away.
And Zai, he got the creep wave near his tower. Nigma GH, there's the bash.
And starting to take the towers, though, so GH. Careful, make sure he de-aggroes. And Zai will be able to soak up those first few creeps unended. But it very much, it has been this bottom lane. Mind Control comes back in, and of course the creep waves meeting here does have to try and draw them away from Matu. Not going to be easy to do so with those two supports. They're going to constantly be looking for opportunities to allow Matu to get aggressive. This very vulnerable offlaner in this Slark matchup.
Mid lane is okay for Troll. Of course, Razor has a better matchup, uses that static link, some harassment, stealing the damage, but every single time you use static link, whirling axes, slow him down so he does not get the full drain. Zai will be once again the stack official offlane. We've seen what he can do even without the farm, but we've also seen what Miracle can do when he has this free farm life, farming the jungle and the side camp and the lane.
Bit of an attempt onto Zai there, but couldn't quite get the fourth hit off the bash in time before the surge is there.
Needs to pull the lane back on the bottom lane, so they have this backstab ability with the tiny back toss, and there's a lot of kill potential if they wrap around and have lane in a good position, and that's what Puppey does, just pulls the creep wave.
I mean, both carries with this setup are going to have a great start. You'll see Miracle pre-farming in his camp. Matu's going to be able to do the same and maybe even farm kills as well as Mind Control tries to step in. It's not a safe place for him to be. These three heroes will kill the Underlord very easily. Do so once again in this lane. The bash too, a good amount of damage build up from the plasma field. Swimming across to the mid lane for an early movement that catches Nisha off guard.
And Zai uses that info, pulls the wave, needs to do something. He's not getting too much out of this. Like he's 0-0.
Not the sort of expected start as a Darkseer. Not a single CS to be had. There it is. Finally breaks the emptiness, the loneliness up top. As he gets that first last hit. Fortunate for him, other lanes are going great for his teammates. Bottom lane, another death on Mind Control.
They're ruining Mind Control's game. At least he's getting some CS compared to Darkseer. I love what they did. They swapped this Slardar on the top lane so that he has the bash and ability to stop any kind of aggressive play from Darkseer, keeping the creep waves, and having a Chen on the bottom lane. I mean, you gotta lose one of those lanes.
I mean, and some of this CS difference, it's getting crazy. The comparison between the two carries, sure, the kills are there for the Slark down bottom, but top lane, Miracle 34 CS. The mid lane matchup, 18-14 now. That kill has just pushed that advantage for him, and so much that he is just destroying Nisha. Nisha cannot come close to the wave. Every single time with that level advantage in the static link, Nisha gets beat back, and he's having to slowly sort of catch up, killing neutral creeps. This is not where you want to be as a troll LAL.
Slardar's also causing a lot of issues moving between tier 1 and tier 2 towers, so he can always backstab the mid lane and put a lot of pressure on the Darkseer so he can't get any farm. Darkseer doubled his PS in the last 2 minutes. Sitting at 2 right now.
Fortune.
Bounty rune state looks to be, again, 3 bounty runes going to Nigma. They'll take the advantage on the gold. Doing a good job overall on the map. GH is going to be up top again, trying to force Zai away from any opportunity of grabbing any sort of creep wave.
Zai would gladly go to his jungle, but this is where Troll lives.
Secret definitely being starved for resources on the top lane and the mid lane. There just are not places where they have the hero composition to secure. They are going to try and do something to help out Zai a little bit top. Yapsor coming in, a toss back, will give him the space to take down the courier. So finding some sort of action up here. Miracle will step forward, start to trade onto Zai, forcing him to run away. Puppey's also headed up. They realize how rough of a time Zai is having up here. They want to try and do something to rectify it. Matu, with that start, can be left alone. They know that the Slark is fine to just try and get that solo XP, get himself closer to 6. But both top lane and mid lane, it feels like Secret, they've got to do something over here, as these lanes are going disastrously.
Boards are not getting any farm at all on both of these teams.
Step over towards GH. GH is going to have VR over it. Yapsor's got to run. Search will save him, but now VR can turn towards Zai. Zai, he saved his support, but he cannot save himself because of it. A free, easy kill for Weeha, as he just momentarily steps across GH. He's not done. He's looking towards Yapsor, but won't be able to dive any further towards that tier 2. But this mid lane for Weeha, it's entire free farm for him. It's entire free farm for Miracle on this top lane. Razor and Lifestealer are going to be out of control very early this game.
They need to bring 3 heroes to kill Wee on mid. If he gets the static, even if they get the back dust, he'll get the static link on the troll, and there's no way you're getting killed. Matu decided to join and end the Mind Control's life here.
I mean, Mind Control's got a little bit of a smile. There you go. He's having a bit of fun. He knows anytime that Slark turns up, he's done for. The level advantage, Matu with the 6. There's no escape as a poor old level 3 Underlord.
And different approach from Miracle than what he had in game number 2. So he's going for that Deso armlet build, cheap, cost-efficient item on top of Slardar's minus armor. Like, they need to be careful about the Rosh. Once he finishes those 2 items, you lose 1 hero and suddenly Rosh is gone.
Mid lane trying to push Weeha back the best he can, but you see it on the net worth. It really is the state of the game at the moment, where Nigma, they just have these 2 cores in a dream spot. Matu, he's in a great place, but there's 2 cores of Secret that have a lot of catching up to do. Both Nisha and Zai. Zai is sat bottom net worth right now as does Darkseer. Matu does continue the killing spree up top. We see them get the pick off back towards mid. Weeha also diving in again, able to kill off Nisha. It's just, can Matu do enough this game to rectify the faults that Nisha and Zai have? He has 2 cores that he uses. Matu has got to carry this game harder than he's ever carried before.
1 more hit will do the trick.
He's 4-0-3.
Permanent charges already. That's a lot. Building that Diffusal Blade, it will cripple Underlord and Lifestealer.
But as I say, he's got to carry phenomenally. It's 8 minutes in. His offlaner is bottom net worth.
If he manages to carry them, someone will need to check his spot.
We're going to need to get him some serious massage therapy after this one. If it is going to be the case, as Nigma, 2K up. GH just messing with him.
He had enough.
Matu's going to turn and have a poke back. Not something he can commit for, though, as GH has got friends. Both Kuro and Mike Control are around. Puppey will take it up on himself to go for it. GH won't get in this time to cancel the channeling, as they do manage to take back that outpost as we get closer towards the 10-minute mark.
Can we switch back quickly to the S board to see how many DS Darkseer got? 14, all right, that's a lot. Slarder's been causing a lot of issues, but he has 0 CS. It's one of those positions forced to not have any ways of farming, so he needs to either stack or get the kill.
Mid, they're going to try to play on Weeha here. Quick surge forward, gets them the opportunity to toss him back. They're looking to burst down Weeha, but the verified pops. He does get roosted. Can they save him? Weeha still alive. Got him. Big kill for Puppey. Up against the 4 of Nigma. Gets him with the Purifying Flames to take Weeha down.
Surge will cause a lot of issues in the mid game. They are lacking control. Slarder is the one, plus the Pit of Malice. Not sure if that's going to be enough. Also, they have a Razor who's building the Yule Scepter, so that's going to be big one. The Dispel and the ability to set things up.
But these are
lost another tower.
Very early movements from Nigma. Miracle with this incredible armlet timing. Because of such a free lane he had down bottom. Matu got to get away from this, trying to get around so he can pounce out, but GH is blocking him off. The Shadow Dance movement speed will allow Matu to jump away. GH is going to continue to chase and mess around with him. Matu trying to stay out of vision to start benefiting from the regen. A TP's going to come down to make sure that he is safe. As Puppey's here, maybe Matu can look to try and turn. He trades back onto GH, another crush holds him down, but the root's there from Puppey. Yatsu's in with the wraparound 2. GH will not escape. As Matu, his killing streak continues, I think Secret at this point, they realize they've got to do everything to just propel this Slark's game to another level. He is the one to carry them right now, as both Nisha and Zai, they just have not had a game so far.
When GH played yesterday against the Alchemist, he did the same thing, just following the hero, so he can't farm. If he didn't give this kill to Slark, it would be so much worse because he's not getting any farm out of the lane. You're just forcing him to do stupid stuff in his own jungle, running away from you. Troll, see the item that he goes for? Nisha. Thinking outside a box. Silver Edge, he wants to be able to break the Lifestealer, Underlord, Razor.
Okay.
Even Slaughter, there's a lot of things to break.
I mean, do you like it? Do you feel if you're behind as a troll, this is sort of Nisha trying to do the big brain play and think how he can best have some sort of an impact as a teammate?
I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a Maelstrom just to speed things up, but then always BKB will be delayed because you're playing B.
Well, a smoke up from Secret, looking to enable some action. This time Zai also joining the 2 supports to help out Matu find more blood down on the bottom half of the map. Yapsol looking for the lead and he goes forward, gets the chance to cross back. They'll catch out GH. Another kill fed into the mouth of Slark. 6-0-3. Matu, all a Secret standing on his shoulders right now. As Nigma, they have the resources spread perfectly between their safe lane and mid lane. Miracle.
They finish this test, so in 1,000 gold, they go straight into Roche Pit with the Slardar. This is how they've been playing for the last few days. Get that Aegis online and go for tier 3 towers at the 20-25 minute mark.
Yeah, they're in their element right now, Nigma. This is exactly, I mean, this is better, I feel, than how they could have hoped for the game to go. They have got off to such a good start here in game 4. And those objectives, they're going to sort of take themselves with the lineup they have. Secret's got to build towards some way that they can get Matu getting things done really elsewhere on the map. The bottom lane's been secured. That whole area is great for them. I believe his defusal should shortly be done.
It's done.
It's done.
So this will give them the damage. Underlord kind of recovered. He has the same amount of farm and troll at the moment. That's the difference. You have this Firestone, which increases your farming ability, especially when you have 4 points in it. They need to be ready for that, Roche. They have no vision hero, but they have a Surge. No points in Wall at the moment. He should definitely get one.
Just dropping the ball.
Not like that.
Casually hit. Miracle, he's into the creep. Matu has come across, but with a quick rage and a TP, Miracle knows there is nothing to cancel it through the BKB, well, the match community.
That was a tough kill to get. He can always just TP out. You can't stun him when the rage is ready.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And space for Nigma to clean up what's going to be a third tier 1 tower here, 13
Dire's
minutes
top
in.
tower is under attack.
They are taking over control of the map. Secret really being forced into a position where they've got to think incredibly active with the plays they make. Every move they make around the map with Matuma Man, it has to be flawless.
Still didn't kill a single tier 1 tower. This is a setup from Razor. Just showed up.
Straight into the stun combo, and with the corrosive haze, they can find kills so easily now. GH being level 6 just enables these hard right-clicking carries of his to clean up heroes in a matter of seconds.
Secret will need to dodge the fight if they can get a kill, not on the lifestealer. This is what you can try to do. Let's see if Troll...
He's come out quite far, Miracle, and he doesn't have TP available. It's still on cooldown for 15 seconds. He needs backup. It's heading over. Are they going to be able to get there in time?
Kill.
I don't think they are. The root's up, and they'll kill him off. Another kill added to the tally of Matuma Man, as WeHar and GH just cannot get in to punish them in return.
He should be more careful about not having TP ready because there's no items that or abilities that go through Rage TP at the moment.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Time is even with them. Okay, Secret will get one. It's the same. Both 5, 10, and 15-minute mark. Nigma have claimed the majority on bounty runes. Their gold lead will continue to be very stable here at this 4K advantage.
Look at the creeps. 2 Centaurs, 2 Ogre Frost Mages. That extra armor and the slow coming from it is going to be super efficient against the Troll and Slark. Man, Yapster's been involved in 10 out of 12 kills. 0 deaths so far. Well, that's going to be the first one. It seems that Buckley dropped the ulti.
Crushes up the mark. GH doesn't quite get close enough. There's actually a bit of a toss forward to try and get Matuma Man in position to fight. WeHar looks towards the kill, but the false promise will save Yapster.
Oh, the courier died. That's a full drum and the clumsy net on Slark. Clumsy net on Slark is extremely efficient because you can play the side lane and have a something to stop the TP with. Straight into Roche Pit. Slaughter ulti plus that fresh death rope.
Correct. Needs a little bit of help outside of it. Actually, with the Centaur there, Matu can't commit after the Dark Pact ends. Secret know exactly what's going on, but what can they do about it? Rosecat already down to half HP. Secret's got to contest this somehow. He dropped. Matu being forced back. They're trying to get that Shadow Dance out of him early, so he doesn't have it for the potential steal. He won't need to use it. Heals up from Puppey. Keep him safe, as Matu's just going to try and work for the timing. He's looking to get in at the exact time needed. Nigma will step back. They don't want to bring Roche close to the point where Secret could get a potential steal off. They'll smoke up and look to try and get a kill before returning.
Huge wave approaching on the bottom lane,
Zai.
but you can't really leave.
He's stepping in too close. The initial crush is there, and that's all that's needed to take out Zion. He'll be used up. Surge does not save him at this point of the game. They're a man down, and that
Time to back off. Yeah, there's no way they fight here. No Oracle ulti, no Dark Soup. Well, someone should farm that bottom lane. A lot of XP and gold.
Dire structures are fortified.
Everything continuing to go to plan for Nigma. This style of play that they've been very successful with. People wondered if it would be enough to cut it against Team Secret, and they're showing us here for effectively the third time. Sure, they didn't win game 1, but this early game that they play seems very strong against the style that Secret tries to bring.
Oh, nice positioning.
They can do it. That's secure. Will be removed immediately. GH is trying to head across to help out. The link's there, so Matu has to split. Pounces away. Puppey will be left.
It was a tough kill to get. Chen comes close, uses the mech, also had Hand of God ready. There's no way you burst it down. Cut the waves. That's the plan right now for Team Secret because they can't take this fight.
Swinging over towards mid. We are, of course, with that ample catch ready to start things off. Secret, they've constantly got to keep at least one support by Matuma Man's side. And any sort of death on this slot right now will be incredibly painful. They are buying time. You see Nisha, his recovery, it's certainly there. He's just
Radiant's
about caught up to the farm of Weehaw. Mid lane, a play attempted to be made, but both the top back in the vacuum won't be there. Matsu can still dive in. There's a chance for the static link to come off. They try and split, and he's looking to get immediately back in there, but he's too deep. Or is he? Matsu.
Right
Wait.
now, they're just trying to delay push, force any kind of rotation from Nigma to cancel that push coming on the tier 3 towers, and they stopped them.
Radiant's bottom
Coming
tower
back in towards
is
the
under
mid lane,
attack.
Matsu. Gotta play careful. Dark Pact and a jump gets him out of the pit. An itemization. Diffusal straight into the Aghanims. An excellent item on Slark, and particularly so when you're playing against Razor.
He wants to be able to go in and out, so Oracle ulti can be used on a different target. Troll still split pushing on the top lane. I want to see the item on Troll. Did he actually decide to go for that? No. Yeah, he
went for
picked the farming item. Yeah.
I mean, you're right. If he did go for sort of the Shadowblade Silver Age, that would have been incredibly all-in from Nisha.
And you're playing against Slardar, so
Yeah.
they will have the vision on you. They put down the defensive ward, so your assassination build is not going to be that effective. He might still swap back to that after he gets like a beacon.
And we do, continue to see, if this game does slow down in any sort of way, Nisha's farm, it is going to overtake. He may find a perfect setup on for him, though. They're headed over to this half of the map where Nisha has been getting away with quite a lot for quite some time. The link's there onto Nisha. See the wraparound from the starter, trying to get on top of the support. Matsu's been separated from the squad, pounces down and TP's out. He'll make it away, but Puppey, Yapster and Nisha, they're still caught in the fight. Chase back, jump forward, Yapster finds the combo. For the first heals there, and Miracle will now turn onto Nisha. False promise from Puppey will save him, but Puppey, he'll lose his life for this. And GH bashes him up. Nisha is able to get the TP out in time.
They only got...
Oh! It wasn't enough heal in the fountain.
There's a lot of damage before that. I thought he was going to survive.
Yeah, maybe could have invested in a salve and got it going. I felt like it
And a salve or fairy fire.
Yeah.
Just to be sure that you're not dying.
Radiant's middle tower is
dead
under attack.
in the fountain. Nigma, they'll look to get back on to taking these tier 2 towers with the troll dead and gone for 30 seconds.
Radiant's middle
20 minutes in, they're ready to go
That's their
high
time.
ground.
Radiant's
Here we have it once more. Nigma, they've set up perfectly to push on. And Secret, what have they got ready to defend? Japshaw attempts for the jump in, but he instantly gets rooted. They try and get him back to safety. A 4-star will split him from Nigma. He'll live, but the tier 3 tower nearly taken out. Fortification buys it a little bit of time, but Nigma, they're not going anywhere. GH steps in for a cheeky slap onto Zai. As the tier 3's down, Nigma onto the barracks at 21 minutes in. Nisha's back in the game. How can they hold? Send out the axes. Miracle just rage popped. He stands tall. He's still got that Aegis, so nothing to worry about as Nigma, they claim the first melee racks 21 minutes in. It's all going to plan once again for them in game 4.
They got what they came for. Melee racks is Aegis still up and running for a minute, I believe. And full BKB on Razor. But once again, they don't have an ability that goes through magic immunity. All pieces coming together for Nigma. Mech on Chen. Pipe to mitigate any kind of magical damage, so Tiny's combo will not be as efficient. He does not have a clear target in this game.
And with the stages, Nigma can just get so much done right. I mean, is there anything you feel that they're scared of, that would stop them from going the high ground again? It feels like Secret, they're just not prepared. They're not ready at this stage.
They're not ready yet. They can try to backstab, take out the Chen first, so any kind of healing is used just to keep himself alive. Aegis is gone.
They weren't able to hold mid. Can Secret do anything to put a stop to this speed that Nigma's playing at? Matthew is looking to try and get from the backline. Capsule jumps in, looks to combo down Kuro, and Matthew's on target. But the Ogre off Frosthummer is keeping Kuro tanky. Shadowdog committed early, comes to an end, has to get the chase, but Matthew's surrounded, will be able to pass out and take Nisha. Gets in, finally finishes off Kuro. They've got the support kill, but Nisha, they've got to get him out of the first force.
Where is it?
He pops the ult, but he's been surrounded. They have the kite protector, they can stun him up, lock him down. Nisha will surely fall as the ult ends. A final reels up into the air, throws him down to his death. And Nigma, they're up to the high ground. Matthew will be kept alive just in time with the false promise to get back to base, but there's no safety for Zai. Zai to fall. GH over towards this Oracle. It's crumbling for Secret. It's falling apart. They need something incredible right now. Yapshaw will find
they need it.
They get the catch on Weehaw. What more can they go for? Miracle, he's still not done. He's just diving in straight.
He's out of mana, but
Tiny.
21 charges.
He's draining the remainder of that mana, but he's caught in the pit. Matthew's just dead. A triple kill. for Miracle as Nigma, they are going nowhere. They're staying deep inside Secret space. A vacuum will pull back the three of them, but the damage continuing to be done to Secret.
You can't man fight once you have that corrosive haze on it. Plus this with too much minus armor.
GH is just straight in. Matsu trying to commit, but the stuns are holding down his advances. Shadow Darts once again being used by Matsu, but it's only in an attempt to escape. The mid lane racks get cleaned up. The bottom racks do still stand. Yapsor, another cross, but they have to get a kill out of this. But GH, he finds the perfect setup there thanks to Yapsor for a three-man crush. Miracle immediately forces Yapsor to get out. Zai has to use the surge to save him.
They're still kiting. But if they lose 1/2 heroes here, they have no buybacks, and Miracle just decided to hit the rack. Arm pops the rage.
And they're taking it. They're taking this melee rack. There is no stopping them right now. Or maybe there is. The melee racks are still there. They're going to try and hit it. Secret go forward. But the BKB's up on Weeha. Forward he goes. Straight away looking at Matsu now with the life stealing inside. And they do want to reset. Nigma, they're going to respect Secret. They won't overcommit for the melee racks. They do not want to make any sort of mistake.
A lot of illusions from that wall, but they're going to go back in full HP. Also, they have Underlord to bail them if something goes wrong. Underlord itemizing to mitigate any kind of physical damage right now. Vanguard getting that Crimson Guard after that. He's way too tanky to kill, so he stands in front of their face, using a bit of malice.
Up he goes once more.
That disarm.
Disarms very hard, but Bo5's ready to play around, but much harder for Secret as they're too far behind. It seems 12k down right now, 25 minutes.
That's what they want to do. Go in, try to force any kind of item, any kind of ability. Puppy was forced to use ulti on himself, and that's what Nigma wanted.
Now we go again, Secret. They're trying to get in, but they're immediately forced back. This melee rack finally goes down. They have the full 5-man alive, pretty much the entirety of their ults available, but they still cannot do anything to stop Nigma coming in and taking these barracks from underneath their noses.
Seems like a plan for Nigma. Always seems so easy. We're gonna have a Miracle free farm, get that Deso pretty much, even though Weeha has a lot of farm in this game and has done a ton of work. We get that first Roche, build up the advantage until there's a second Roche up. Now they have the lane presence from these mega creeps. So lanes are gonna be pushed in, which allows them to take the second Roche much easier.
And just everything, these auras, the frost armor, the Kuro's constantly giving out to his teammates from the Ogre. Makes it so hard for Secret to really get any sort of fight in. They're going to try for the wraparound, catch him on the back lines. In they come, there's the vacuum wall combination down onto Microsoft and Kuro. And this team, they're seemingly just still too tanky. BKB caught by Weeha as he gets him with the static link onto Nisha. Miracle just forces to die away, but Zai's stuck in the trees. He'll turn over towards Puppy, makes sure there's no safety to offer. They've lost Nisha, they've lost Yapsor. It's a double kill for Miracle. They're going to tap her right now. GG is called, and Lacoste, we are getting that game 5.
And that's what we wanted. We wanted to see these two teams play at the highest level, and Nigma, they stepped up. They might look like they have one strat, but if it's working, don't change it.
No,
in the previous game, they forced Lifestealer